Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This raid sucks. So here is my guide. We're going to be using a Kommo-o because this is seriously a difficult raid. Most difficult one I've seen in a while. So let's get into this build. So first off, letting you guys know, I have beat this with a Malamar and a Golduck and now this, and I'm seeing Kyogre from Austin John. This for me has been the most consistent outside of Kyogre. I'm not going to make you go get one. First up, Shellbell, ground Tera Type. The Shell Bell you could probably swap for leftovers if you need, but ground's going to be super helpful. Throat Chop, Screech, Body Press, and Earthquake. You could swap out Body Press for Bulldoze or any other Earth attacking move. You want to have Bulletproof to block out Shadow Ball. Super important for this one, guys. And then you want to have a Defense Up Nature with maxed out EVs for speed and defense. A little bit different, this build. You want to outspeed him towards the end and kind of the start. That's where the speed's coming in, and defense is because you're going to block most of his special attacking moves, so you don't really need it. You're going to be taking more attacking moves during it. I know it seems a bit weird, but this was seriously difficult, guys. Much harder than I expected, and shows how good Skeledirge actually is as a Pokemon. So let's get into it, guys. This was incredibly frustrating. I had recorded 3 different types of Pokemon to clear this one with. Incredibly annoying, but we're finally here now with a consistent build. Skip on Malamar and Golduck, guys, not worth it. It is really annoying, so I wouldn't bother with those. Kommo-o is definitely going to be the best one for sure. So here we go. We are opening up. We do have an Intimidate user. You do not need one, guys. Don't let that bother you. You can kind of have whatever here. He will always open up with Disarming Voice. It is always going to hit you for super effective damage and take you around about to that 180. Flame Charge does nothing to us, but you only have a 25% chance of being hit, so you'll be able to tank that regardless, and you should be pretty consistent. So this build really rotates around using Throat Chop and then alternating with a different move. Open up with Throat Chop straight away. If he gets a Torch Song off, you may as well restart the run, honestly. You'd rather waste a minute than waste 10 minutes and die at the end. Shadow Ball gets blocked by Bulletproof. He will only use Shadow Ball a few times, to be completely honest. Screech here after the Throat Chop. You're going to want to alternate these two until his shield goes up. So Screech is only an 85% accurate move, which is incredibly annoying. You might miss a few. I don't remember if I missed any in this run, but I've still beaten it before after missing it. But you are really going to alternate that Throat Chop and Screech at the start. You really need to pay attention to how many moves that this Skeledirge is using against you, because if he does get a what do you call it? If he does get that move off against you, you're basically going to be one shot, right? If he gets a Torch Song off, I nearly called it Throat Song, which is terrifying sounding. So if he does get that off, you're going to be in a world of trouble. So you want to make sure you're chopping him. Hitting him again here will block it. Your NPCs will start to do a decent amount of damage here, guys, and you will be recovering that health from the Shell Bell. Although, like I said, leftovers if you want. This is around the time he's going to reset your stats, which is fine. Now, don't forget, guys, he does have Unaware. Don't be an idiot like me and use Sword Dance. I completely, in a fit of rage, really forgot that it would do absolutely nothing. So once he nullifies your stats here, guys, you're going to want a Terra. I do hit him with a Body Press here. Probably could have gone for an Earthquake, to be completely honest. I was trying to manage if I was going to run out of Earthquakes. You will not, guys. 10 Earthquakes is enough. Going to use Body Press here. Still does a decent amount of damage just based off that defense stat I have, although Bulldoze would also be a great option here, as it would also have the chance to lower the Skeledirge's speed. Really up to you. I just had this as a carryover on another build, so it was fine. Does a little bit of health back up there, and then this is when we're going to want to alternate. As long as you're seeing him use Stomping Tantrum, you're fine. If you see a Hyper Voice come up, you know that you really need to use that Throat Chop as soon as possible. I'm not kidding. If he does get one attack off, this could be raid over, which is really annoying. This is almost like when we had Incineroar and you had to keep using Taunt. Incredibly frustrating. They seem to love doing that with the fire types. Going to hit another Body Press here. I could probably move on to using Earthquake here, guys, so feel free if you want to. You will do more damage than what I'm doing here. But really, this is more about consistency than speed, guys, because outside of Kyogre, there doesn't seem to really be a super effective way to do this. I tried with a bunch of different Pokemon, guys, but it's just, yeah, a difficult one. There's not too many options that are resistant to both Fire and Ghost, which is killing me, but yeah. Stomp and Tantrum again from him. There will be a point after his shield breaks where he uses multiple moves in a row, so you're going to need to use Throat Chop multiple times since he's getting off more moves, and it's getting rid of that blocker. There you go. As you can see, huge chunk of health back on that one. We are going to be pretty consistent on health, normally above 200, which is fine. That's why I didn't put any points into HP. I have seen, I think some people were starting to do that, or putting it into special defense as well, but since you're blocking special defense, I don't really think it's that worthwhile. Throat Chop again, guys, keeping that down. Hit another Earthquake to break the shield, which is good. Once that shield is down, this is kind of the risk time, as he is going to start to rattle off multiple moves in a small period of time, which is incredibly frustrating. But still, it's nice to be able to get this level 100 Skeledirge down pretty consistently with this build. Kommo-o has been really, really good actually throughout this entire game. Shield goes down, he will remove the negative effects from himself, but now the shield's down, it does open up using Screech again. So this is when you're going to start to alternate Throat Chop and Screech. As you don't, at the moment, you're basically both on an even playing field. He's sitting at no negatives and you're sitting at no positives. So what you want to do is make sure you start to get those Screeches off. Again, guys, 85% accuracy. You might get a really lucky run and not miss, but the chances are you're probably going to miss one. And because the game hates us, you might miss two, which is really annoying. Throat Chop again, alternating between the two until you have got him down, guys. Don't forget that Screech does drop him 2 levels, so you only need to get off 3 of these if that is your plan. Don't think that you need to be hitting 6 or anything like that. Plus, getting the 3 off will get him to -6 defense, which is what you want. You're going to absolutely smoke him at that point. Although I do get a little bit lucky at the end, which I'll show. So he's going to start to hit his speed up. This is what I mentioned earlier, why I have speed instead of anything else, because I don't want to start to let him get multiple moves off and then basically get bogged down in using Throat Chops, getting no damage done, and then him killing me, and then me absolutely cracking it and throwing my controller as a 30-year-old man in the afternoon, which I don't want to do. So super, super annoying. Screech, again, guys, this should be -6. His defense is harshly falls each time, which means 2, by the way, if you didn't know. And then go in with those Earthquakes. You should easily be able to take off a huge chunk of health now. Throat Chop again. Don't forget, guys, use the kind of Earthquake if you need to instead of Screech to get some health back. There's no point risking dying at this point because it will really mess up the run quite badly. You don't want to have to restart from here. Earthquake, you'll see, does a huge amount of damage this time, and then you can basically rely on the teammates to get him down. Just play it safe, keep Throat Chopping him and Screeching if you need to. Sounds so stupid, but yeah, if you keep doing that, you'll be able to get him down, guys. Hopefully this is a consistent build for you guys. I wouldn't bother farming Herba from this one. I'm assuming Skeledirge is going to be the hardest one. Like, the next one, whatever that creepy bird's called, I always forget. Should be quite easy. We hope. I'm assuming this is the hardest one. And then you can kind of farm for the Herba guys, because we're actually kind of getting to the end of the life cycle of the game, which is quite interesting. Super effective here. He does start to rattle off some attacks after, which is stupid because he should be dead. Maybe watch out for this, guys. There's nothing you can really do, but I don't know if you were to get knocked out, if it was to say that the raid didn't get cleared, which is really dumb. But anyway, just want to ask you guys a question. What are your thoughts so far on the new Pokemon Legends game? I know there's been a bit of backlash to it. I loved PLA, so actually to me, yeah, I'm a little bit on the side of the backlash. Not that I don't want to play it, but just it seems very bland. It feels like a poor knockoff, to be honest, what it looks like. Again, I know graphics aren't everything, guys, but let me know in the comments if you agree or not. And if this video has been helpful, guys, please leave us a like and then subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps us out, and we're continuing to grow heading into those new games. Good luck with this raid, guys. I hope you can get through it real consistent, no crits ruining your run, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.